The story revolves around a homeless girl in a strange and distant world, being in a rough shape, clenching her stomach to get some relief from the pain of hunger. She walks past people busy with their lives and a fancy restaurant with people enjoying their expensive meals. Walking for a while, the girl reaches a dark alleyway which she enters to scavenge for some trash that she might find to feed herself with, hopefully some leftovers or near expired thrown out food. That's when she comes across a strange vending machine. The vending machine has a blacked out screen, making anything it holds with an invisible to the bystanders. Despite the machine being strange, something even more bizarre and horrifying can be seen just in front of it. A pile of human remains, which are decomposing. The girl is horrified, but knowing no one would care for anything that she has to say, she spots some coins scattered around the remains, which she picks up to feed the vending machine in order to fill a part of her empty stomach. Feeding the machine with these coins, she manages to get some food, relieving her hunger pain for the time being. This is of course not enough, and she understands that this is an everyday challenge, maintaining herself by eating and drinking. She gets back to the streets and starts begging passerbyers for some money in order to maintain herself for the rest of the night. As she sits on the cold concrete floor for what feels like hours, many thoughts go through her mind. She belittles her own self, saying how she smells foul and like gutter. Of course, she would disgust others. She thinks to herself that she looks horrible and dirty, that she is surely a sore eye to everyone and to the city, and that she doesn't deserve a life. More and more negative thoughts pass her mind, all being self-destructive and demeaning. She wants to remember her name, but she doesn't believe that she deserves one, thinking that she is just a shadow that no one should even look at. At the same time, people whisper and at times talk directly to the girl, being horrible and at times being nice and encouraging. Some say that she has filth and should clean herself up. Some say that she will spend any money given to her on contrabands and illegal substances. Some others say that she is a warning to the rest of the people on why they need to take care of themselves. And at the same time, some people worry for her, provide her with warm clothes, with money, and wish for her safety. Through some lines from some passerbyers, we learn more about this mysterious girl. She seems to be young, very young, maybe a teenager, as some people wonder where her parents are and that she should be at school rather than in the cold streets. Some people worry about her, saying that she is too quiet and never says anything, as if her hope and personality has left her. It seems as if this is a regular place for her, as many of these passerbyers recognize her. Hours go on, these hours then turn to days, and the days turn into weeks. Being under people's scrutiny doesn't hurt as much as the hunger and thirst. Some people feel sympathy for the girl and give her money, but at the same time, many other people try to find reasons to justify their hatred towards the girl and dismissing her. The girl must wrap up and leave occasionally, as the police could arrive and arrest her. But she can come back to her spot after the coast is clear. As weeks pass her by, struggling to make any money, the girl starts starving and losing weight, and as a consequence of malnourishment, her health. As time passes by and the girl starves more and more, she starts losing weight rapidly, transforming into bones and something that doesn't look human anymore. People who pass her by look at her with shock. Some feel immense sympathy, some look at her with disgust, and some other feel fear. Regardless, none of these reactions change the girl's circumstances. She stays hungry and eventually she starves to death. Before taking her last breath, she looks up to the sky, being vulnerable and unheard, with her soul passing this world unseen and unheard. This is one of the several endings. Another ending is when the girl persists on staying at the same spot without moving, which would lead to the police arriving and capturing her, giving us an instant game over. On the other hand, if the girl uses the money that she gets from begging on the vending machine provides her with several options. It has the typical soda, chips, and water, but it also provides a strange snack, being apple seeds. These are among some of the more strange things that this vending machine provides. Eating the apple seeds exclusively will make the girl become healthier and stronger in her physique, as seeds are known to be a superfood full of protein. As the girl continues eating the seeds, she becomes healthier and stronger to the point of looking like a fitness model or even a bodybuilder. Continuing on her exclusive diet of seeds, she transcends above her physical human form into a cosmic sacred being and eventually uniting with Earth becoming like a treat deity. This is a good ending, as in here, she seems to become independent of people and the need for food. Becoming a cosmic being allows her to feed off the energy in the world and not relying on the physical forms of food anymore. We then learn this strange vending machine is an interdimensional supernatural machine which provides items out of logic of the world. They turn the girl into different beings, some bad and some good. It all depends on what she consumes. Deciding to consume healthy food will make her become very healthy and eventually transcend as a higher being. It turns out this vending machine is a supernatural being, also known as SCP-261. This vending machine accepts Japanese yen and tends to dispense random items through entering 3-digit codes on the dial pad on the right side of the machine. It is a large black box with a dial pad with no front glass panel. If opened, nothing out of ordinary can be found inside the machine. However, when the 3-digit codes are entered on the dial, random surreal items can be dispensed. The higher the money put inside the machine, the stranger and more surreal the items dispensed are. From one extreme to another, the young girl of the story can take another extreme measure in her diet and eat exclusively unhealthy items of food. Call it whatever it is: anxiety, feeling of isolation and loneliness, the grim reality that she lives in. The girl picks up an unhealthy habit on eating junk food such as soda, fast food, burgers, fried chicken, and pizza to the point that she starts gaining weight rapidly. Her weight doesn't mean that she is healthy now and is well nourished, but instead it shows that her bad habits are catching up to her health and making her gain excess of fat while she is not delivering certain nutrients. As she continues eating unhealthy, she gains more and more weight to the point of becoming obese. Sitting or walking becomes a struggle, and eventually, continuing her bad habit of eating unhealthy makes her transform into a monster. This monster has an unusually enlarged tongue and her skin seems to be drenched in fatty oil. Remember that this is a supernatural vending machine from another dimension, making people using items that it dispenses into different beings. It over-exaggerates what someone will look like depending on what they consume. If they consume healthy food, they become a god, and if they consume unhealthy stuff, they become a monstrous and unhealthy being, and all of those transformations in a short period of time. As a matter of fact, hours or a few days long. There are some other outcomes to this poor girl who seems to be our test subject in the story, who we tried different diets on and discovered their outcomes. It wouldn't be too far-fetched if the SCP organization has intentionally placed this vending machine in the back alley where the girl is seen begging, so they can observe the results of different foods and items dispensed from the vending machine on the girl. Certain other items the vending machine dispenses are insects and hostile alien-looking beings which the girl can eat. If she eats these items exclusively, her body starts transforming with worms poking through her skin. If she continues eating these parasitic entities as food, eventually, the girl transforms into an insect-shaped humanoid herself. Putting in specific amount of money into the vending machine, this time around we get a strange little reptile humanoid entity to eat. If the girl eats these entities, she slowly transforms into an anomalous being, becoming an interdimensional entity. She loses her human shape and becomes overtaken by ice, overcrowding her new form. There seems to be another transformation, which at this point cannot be obtained. This is called the bride, which leads to the protagonist getting bloated and losing her hair. It seems to be obtainable through drinking certain liquids. Now going back to the beginning of the story, when the girl first finds the vending machine. Alongside the machine, she finds human remains right next to it. These human remains have coins in their hands, clear that they were using the vending machine or were in the process of it. According to the remains, it seems to belong to one person only and not several, so it indicates that there was only one person before the protagonist who came across the vending machine and tried to use it, and it didn't go so well for him and he lost his life. According to what we saw and what we know now about the vending machine, we know it is an interdimensional being which over-exaggerates what the consumer eats from what it dispenses. If it is something considered to be healthy, such as water and seeds, it transforms the consumer into something godly. If the consumer eats unhealthy items of food it dispenses, it transforms them into large and unhealthy monsters. So what did this man eat to be transformed into remains? This stays as a mystery, but it definitely relates to unhealthy items of food which would lead to someone dying in such a horrible way, being reduced to pieces. It's unclear how the machine was placed there in the alley, or if it teleported there on its own, but it wouldn't be too far-fetched if the SCP Foundation wanted to run a little experiment observing what the machine does to consumers who interact with it, all in order to study its powers and impacts. Moving on to another aspect of the game, despite not much being known about the protagonist, we learn that she is young, possibly under the age of 18, as many people tell her that she needs to play and be at school, not in the streets, begging for money. She must have a tragic story and a bad past. Maybe she ran away from a toxic house and family, or maybe her parents passed away, leading to her ending up on the streets. Whatever it is a fate no child should face. And this brings us to the end of the video, folks. If you enjoyed it, make sure to stay tuned for more by hitting on the subscribe button and the notification bell. As always, it's been your host Dar. Thanks for being here, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.